Hornets lost to the Pelicans this week, man.
Yeah, I was debating.
That's a loss for real. That should count as two.
They lost twice. Losing to the Pelicans is losing twice, nigga. You lost the moral victory and the game. And that's my team. Who shook Josh Giddey out of his shoes?
DeAndre Hunter?
Oh my God.
My boy DeAndre Hunter.
God.
That was DeAndre Hunter.
That
Oh
was
my God.
terrible.
Oh my God.
And
then
the lift away.
Accident.
He crossed him and hurt him.
He did. That's worse than like when Harden crossed Wesley Johnson and pointing at him. Hey, that's worse.
Man. That man flew like fucking
Oh, my
jazz out
God.
the front door on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He went back to Australia, bro. Like, shipped his ass overseas.
Hey man, it just goes to show, man. As good as they might be, man, white hoopers are still white hoopers, bro.
Bro, he got crossed up and you could hear the SpongeBob audio of like, my leg. Thank God today, Nico's finally gone.
Some good news.
Is that going to fix
Great
much?
news.
No, because the roster's still disorganized. But yeah, this gave some life to the fan base.
I feel better.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Really? Y'all really feel better?
I genuinely do feel better.
Yeah. I woke up this morning, saw that Stein tweet of that he might get fired today. I cracked the beer and started getting the grill hot.
He really did. You gotta look at his story. He really did. Would you have some fajitas on the grill?
The charcoal briquettes.
Busted out the flat griddle out there. Cooked up some chicken.
Yeah. Welcome to the War in the Paint podcast, the only online destination for amateur analysis, vicarious competition, and more vibes and headlines for all 30 teams in every one of their 82 games. I'm Rodney Blue, multimedia journalist, podcast veteran, and proud poster dad of the Round Ball Obsessive Personality Disorder Club. And I want to first thank all of you for joining us, whether you're a new listener or a returning fan on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm joined, as always, by my esteemed cohorts and fellow basketball enthusiasts.
Yeah, man. This is Gabe, front office aficionado, the resident Celtics stand, and I like to call myself Mr. Tear It Down. So if your team is ass, we tearing it down.
Yo, this is Aaron, aka Teflon, captain of the Kenny Lofton Galbaron Yabusele Club. Shout out to my Husky Hoopers, Derek Queen. He next up,
Sir. Yes, sir.
and RIP Escalade.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Dave. I feel like somebody different every day, but I'm always me. This week, after watching the Hornets and the Clippers, I'm sick as hell. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather too, a little toothache, but I got, man, hold on, guys.
Big C's in the building. Hey,
Boy,
man.
nah,
figured it out.
but yeah, it's these, man. Yeah, I got the Thunder, the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, and the
We'll
Pistons.
get there. We'll get to the
Yeah.
team intros. We all good, man. I get it. It's Tuesday. We like 2 days late from our typical recording date. We decided that we're gonna record on Mondays this week, but Tuesday came up, man. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a busy week in the NBA. It's been a busy week for all of us as fans, man. You know what I'm saying? As working people, you know what I'm saying? The fucking world is crashing all around us, bro. Like, niggas is really just trying to make it. You feel me?
Late
Like,
stage capitalism.
For real.
the fact that we're still standing and still, embracing our passion projects is a testament to, human resilience and determination, nigga, because like a nigga really could just be laying down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guiltless. For real. So thank you, fellas, man. It's good to be back with my fellow warlords for another exciting week of the greatest sport on earth. Many times I've wondered not if I could survive an impending societal collapse and the Armageddon that would follow, but if these things were inevitable and did occur in my lifetime, would it interrupt the NBA schedule and how I would cope with that as opposed to everything else, man. That's shameless, but I have had those thoughts. For those who don't know or need a refresher, War in the Paint is a weekly basketball conversation that dares to endeavor covering each of the NBA's 30 teams, from the Atlanta Hawks to the Washington Wizards, and every one of their 82 games. Me and my band of fellow 30-somethings have each been assigned 6 teams, 3 in the West and 3 in the East. And every Sunday or Monday or Tuesday of the NBA season, we get together, as Pops and Unks are known to do, and discuss our team's performance throughout the previous week. If you end up enjoying what you're hearing, don't forget to follow War in the Paint on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and the app formerly known as Twitter. If you're listening on Spotify, be sure to follow War in the Paint and leave a 5-star review. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a thumbs up. You can even hit that little bell to be notified when new episodes are uploaded. You know what I'm saying? If you just really fuck with a nigga like that. Those are the easiest ways to increase our visibility on the platforms, for the War to reach as many basketball fans as possible, and to make the show more accessible to you and other warmongers like yourself. All right. Boom. Let's kick things off some team intros. A breakdown of the 6 teams we'll each be covering this season. Gabe, I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, man, of course. So out in the West, man, I got the Golden State Warriors, the Portland Trailblazers, the Spurs. Out in the East, I've got the Bucks, the Knicks, and, of course, the greatest franchise of all time, the Boston Celtics.
And I got the nicotine-free Dallas Mavericks, Snowtime Lakers, Utah Jazz, and out East, I got the Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls, and the Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
All right, out West. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah. I got the Thunder. Out West, I got the Thunder, the Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? And the Nuggets. I got on the East. I got the Pistons, the Sixers, and the Nets.
All right, out West, our record is defeating like a hairline, so who needs the Clippers? Houston, we have no problem. I got the Rockets. The North has fallen for sure. The Kings. Then out East, I don't even want to say them, the Hornets. They were flying, and they just flying. I got the Cavs, we rolling, and I got the Heat.
Hornets lost to the Pelicans this week, man.
Yeah. I was debating.
That's a loss for real. That should count as 2.
They lost twice. Losing to the Pelicans is losing twice, nigga. You lost the moral victory and the game. And that's my team. That's my team, man. But yeah, man. And I'm blue. And out in the West, I've got, my bad fucking New Orleans Pelicans. I've got Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I've got the Phoenix Suns, man, the surprising Phoenix Suns. Out East, I got the Atlanta Hawks doing big things without Trae Young. I've got the Indiana Pacers doing absolutely nothing without Tyrese Halliburton, and I have the, who really cares, Toronto Raptors. Again, man, the purpose of this pod is to not only share our obsession with hoops with like-minded fanatics, but to give equal time and attention to some of the franchises and players who are not always fairly covered equally or by the mainstream media or even at all. It's our hope that we can provide a fair amount of coverage for those underrepresented markets, create a credible access point for new and lifelong fans of the sport, and most importantly, man, just enjoy ourselves talking about, learning from, and growing with the game we love. So without further ado, let's go to war. All right, man. So off top, we got the Atlanta Hawks, man. The Hawks are an exciting young team and play a solid brand of basketball in the sustained absence of Trae Young, but they lack the defensive depth necessary to maintain early leads, man. The early leads that their explosive scoring creates. Of their 2 losses this week, they went 2-2 this week. Of their 2 losses, it's in the second half that their game plan sort of deteriorates, and their inability to slow down opposing offenses ultimately costing the game. I like where the Hawks are at. And they should too, man. I mean, 2-2 is not bad, especially for the Hawks. And when you get to punch on the white hot Lakers in one of those wins, I mean, I think that's something to be hopeful about. I expect them to continue to build on their identity. And who knows, man, if Trae Young decides to exercise his trade value, Nickeil Alexander-Walker averaging 20 points per game, 52% shooting, 3 3-pointers at 55%, and 5 assists over the last 4 games. That don't sound like too bad a trade-off. So I'm rocking with the Hawks, man. The Hawks are actually doing what I thought the Magic would be doing this year, and that's sustaining Being one of those scrappy play-in teams in the East, really getting after it and getting some surprising wins. They got a win against the Magic and a win against the Lakers this past week. They lost to the Cavs and lost to the Raptors, which is, expected. But yeah, to sneak up and steal a 20-point win from the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? You got to respect that, even if it is, a fluke by definition.
That game wasn't close at all from the very jump.
Well, man,
they look decent without Trae Young, right? Like they look like a real team.
Yeah, they play fast as hell.
Yeah,
I think they could. I think Dyson Daniels moving to the one at some point would be nice too, considering his size. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting.
Bro, I'm looking at the whole league and I don't see nothing but former Pelicans. What has my team done? I look at so many games that have nothing to do with us, and I'm just looking at guys who graduated from this bullshit. Anyway, up next we got the Boston Celtics, Gabe.
Yeah, man. So Celtics are currently sitting at 5-6. They went 1-2 this week rather. But, for the first time in a long time, I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's averaging 25, 5 and 4 on 52% from the field, only 35% from three. Simons is averaging 15 on the bench, and I think most indicative of the way the season is going to go with them. They had a close loss to the Jazz, 103 to 105. It's kind of what this team is going to be, 500 at best, unless unless Jason Tatum comes back with a bionic Achilles. We'll see, but yeah, I mean, not a whole lot going on with this team, unfortunately, this week, but we'll see. They still fight hard. Missoula's coaching them up, shooting a shitload of threes, missing a shitload of threes. You got a whole bunch of do-gooders on the roster, so at least they play hard.
Not mad at it. Not a total collapse, but at the same time, not the standard that we used to. And if they make a run in the playoffs, it'd be to everybody's surprise.
Oh yeah.
Up next, Brooklyn Nets.
Man,
What you got, Big C's?
this might be one of the sorriest teams, man. Man,
Nah,
the Nets, man.
the Wizards.
This week. Yeah, you're right. The Wizards they the same, brother. They pretty much the same. Now this
The
week,
bottom is the dirt bottom this year, bro. Like the teams on the bottom, bro.
Like underneath your shoe.
The only hope they have is against each other.
yeah. Look, the only win the Nets got this week was against the Pacers.
Come on, man.
The only win they got this week. I mean, Michael Porter is doing what Michael Porter do.
Tween.
They had a lot of a little injuries, sending a lot of people to the G League, coming back. So, they roster this week wasn't really like the same game in, game out. They interchanged. But, I mean, they lost to the Sixers 129-105. Timberwolves 125-109. And then the Pistons, they beat them pretty bad too. They beat them 125-107. And so it's just like, it's a tough. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this team. It's a pretty bad team. That's all I can tell you.
They're taking their lumps for real.
Yeah, man.
Draft experts. So what we looking at next year for the Nets? Do they have? Are they redeeming themselves via the draft?
So I was looking at the draft, and they do have picks, and they are, of course, they're gonna always be at the top 10. But I'm looking at, who's the players that's coming out the draft. I don't think nobody can say
they can't fix it.
Yeah, I don't think nobody can say the Nets. I think it's more of like ownership and just culture.
Dr. J can't save the Nets, nigga.
Yeah, like nah.
I think it goes back to like kind of the idea that some of these teams are like really like developmental factories, trade deadline factories for the NBA, bro. Like, we were talking about how like, yeah, some of these really shitty teams, like the option to blow it up is real tempting, and and teams are looking at those perpetual losers as an opportunity to poach players from. So, if you wanted a Cam Thomas, ball hog, tween, 20-second dribble out the shot clock, that's a good place to, get probably a discounted point guard or a discounted, two-way player. You know what I mean? It's that fate, brother. Up next, the Charlotte Hornets. Dave, what you got for us?
Man, I don't want to say much about them. They don't deserve it. We got LaMelo. LaMelo doesn't ball. He's not playing. Brandon Miller, he might as well. No, I can't say that. I was about to say something crazy, but he's not playing either. The only bright side in this, we on a 3-game losing streak. Only bright side is Miles Bridges. He's averaging like 22, 7 and 4, which is pretty good. And that's really it.
Miles burning bridges.
I hate this team. I hate this track.
You see the path of the Hornets fan is similar to the path of many losing teams fan, bro. He was so up on them last week. They were flying YNs. He was so up on them last week, bro.
But
and like, yeah, you got to sit through a week of just
obliterating,
just unenthusiastic, aimless basketball, bro. It turns your spirit, bro. It gave our boy the suds, man.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's still early, so.
Hey man, the City Edition jerseys debuted today, and on the front page of their carousel was LaMelo Ball, and like, I don't know if you've seen the Hornets City Editions, but they like kind of dreamsicle. They got like orange yellow starburst.
Yeah.
For a split second, it looked like LaMelo Ball was a Los Angeles Laker.
Okay.
You never know.
Well, he can go out there and put on all the outfits he wants because he's not gonna play out there either.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball needs to go to Steph Curry and ask him for some ankle braces because
For real.
he rolls his
How to
ankles.
strengthen them ankles.
We need to figure out something.
No, man. Up next, the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Chicago
Are they
Bulls,
human? Can they be beaten?
After starting the season 5-0, they have dropped down to 6-4, coming back down to earth.
Mm.
The worst loss for them this week was against the Knicks because Josh Giddey had a crazy triple-double and just wasted it on that. Yeah, man, they barely beat the Sixers. The Sixers are nice, and then they lost their cup game to the Bucks, and then lost a close game to the Cavs. All their games this week have been close, relatively.
Who shook Josh Giddey out of his shoes?
DeAndre Hunter?
Oh my god.
My boy
Oh
DeAndre
my
Hunter.
god.
It was DeAndre Hunter.
That
Oh
was
my God.
terrible.
Oh my God!
And
then
That
the
shit
lift
looked
away.
like accident.
He crossed him and hurt him.
He did. That's worse than like when Harden crossed Wesley Johnson and pointing at him. Like that's worse.
Man. That man flew like fucking
Oh, my
jazz out
God.
the front door on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He went back to Australia, bro. Like shipped his ass overseas.
Hey man, it just goes to show, man. As good as they might be, man, white hoopers are still white hoopers, bro.
Bro, he got crossed up and you could hear the SpongeBob audio of like, my leg.
Oh man, that was an act of terrorism, bro. I cannot believe what I saw.
And from DeAndre Hunter, of all people.
Right, he's not even
Yeah,
he's not even a
that's
ball
what I
handler. He's a
figured.
wing.
Man, DeAndre
Wasn't even a
Hunter
crazy
has
cross.
no bag like that. Like
All he did was go left.
That man is a rebounder.
a 3-and-D guy.
That man is a 3-and-D.
Not too much. D Hunt is a bucket now.
He's good.
No,
but
for
he's
real.
not-
He is a legendary hooper that got assimilated into a role player. But at the same time, man, like, damn, bro. To get crossed by a nigga off the bench is crazy.
All right.
That's your motherfucking shoes. That's all we got for the Bulls, Tef.
Yeah, pretty much. They're coming back
Cool,
down
cool.
to earth.
Up next, we got the Cavs. What we got?
Real quick, speaking of white hoopers, I want to give a shout out to Con Canupa as well on the Hornets. Speaking of white hoopers, he's been holding it down, averaging like 19 as a rookie. No joke. But moving on to the Cavs, a lot better in Cleveland than it is in Charlotte. I really don't have much. Like I said, I've been sick all week, so I ain't been too tapped in. But I do know we're winning. We're standing in fourth right now in the East. Donovan Mitchell doing what Donovan Mitchell does. Darius Garland just returned, so things about to start flowing, meshing a little bit better. I know it's not this week, but we lost a nail biter last night to the Heat, which is crazy. But things are looking up right now in Cleveland for sure.
Right on. Anytime I own old shoes.
Look, man,
Hey man, leave the man alone.
I'm gonna let him make it. I'm gonna let him.
Up next, man, the laughing fucking stock of the league, our hometown
my God.
heroes.
I'm not from here.
They turned his mic on. They turned his camera on.
Turn the video.
I got a Dallas shirt on right now, too.
Man,
Yeah,
yo,
it's-
I'm gonna let you run point because I don't believe Cooper Flag should be a point guard. So I'm
Neither
gonna
do
let
the
you run
fans.
point. I'm gonna let you run point, Teflon.
And neither does
What?
Jason Kidd's
Man.
own son doesn't believe Cooper should be a point guard. Yo,
Let's talk about it, man. Let's have a group therapy session right quick.
they went 1-3 this week. Started off 3 straight losses to the Rockets, Pelicans, and Grizzlies.
Come on, man.
Yo, they gave life to the Grizzlies fans base, bro. That game was.
Well,
They're talking about trading Ja to, like, you know what? Ja might be it.
and then they got the picture of the coach around holding jaw around the waist. That's because the Mavericks.
And then end the week with a close game to the Washington Wizards of all. If you're in a battle with the Wizards, you got to reevaluate your roster.
The Wizards have had the Mavericks number like what twice this year, huh?
They
Twice
beat 'em.
already, huh?
They're the only one. They're currently 1-10. Only one against the Mavericks. Yeah. Only bright spot so far is Najee had a crazy game. Former
Fuck with
Pell.
Najee.
And Cooper's finally getting his legs under him. But
Yeah,
outside
he
of
looks
that,
nice.
outside of that, it's been rough. But thank God today, Nico's finally gone.
Some good news.
Is that gonna fix
Great
much?
news.
No, because the roster is still disorganized. But yeah, this gave some life to the fan base.
I feel better.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Really? Y'all really feel better?
I genuinely do feel better.
Yeah. I woke up this morning, saw that Stein tweet of that he might get fired today. I cracked the beer and started getting the grill hot.
He really did. You gotta look at his story. He really did. Would you have some fajitas on the
Bumped out
grill?
the charcoal briquettes.
Busted out the flat griddle out there, cooked up some chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good day.
No, man. Yeah, it's rough, bro. I'm looking at it like, yeah. I mean, we're 9 months removed from the Luka trade, right? Like, you had all off season, like, you know, we've heard the chants of fire Nico for, you know, the last, you know, damn near year at this point, 3/4 of a year at this point. Like, what's the deal? Why is this the Band-Aid? Is this ownership saving face? You know what I'm saying? Is, you know, like, I mean, no one man should have all that power, bro. And like, you know, I think we talked about it before the pod started, but I think, like, you know, ownership and the league really underestimated the toxicity of Mavericks fans. Like, niggas was chanting during their own team's free throws, fucking them up. Fire Nico. Like, we not, bro, you fucking your own team up.
He had players saying that they would rather play on the road than play at home. That's how bad it got.
And this is historically one of the greatest home crowds in the league.
Right.
We've had sold out game after sold out game since the 2000s.
Yeah,
24-year
I think
streak.
it got broken. It just ended. We stopped doing. Yeah, we didn't sell out our first game
and to
in
be
almost
honest,
25 years.
Probably why Nico got fired. He's fucking the money up.
Yeah.
That part. They're trying to save the morale of just like the brand of the Mavericks.
Okay, but see, this is the thing. That doesn't make the Mavericks better.
Nope.
No.
Man, I'm okay
Like, that
with
doesn't solve like 2 and 9 or whatever the fuck they are.
Because it goes from fire Nico
Well-
chance to probably sell the team chance as the season
Which
proceeds.
that's an upgrade.
But that's also like completely self-destructive, and like and like as a self-proclaimed informed basketball fan, especially as a nigga who has willfully, like, I'm not being held hostage, rooted for bad teams for a long fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we so spoiled that we don't know how to handle having a bad team? That we don't know how to handle having a bad year?
No, we had bad
I
teams
think-
in the later Dirk years. We're the loyalty fan base. It's on the statue outside the stadium.
Yeah,
Nico
I
broke
think
that
it's so
loyalty.
much. It's so much more to do with it. Obviously, it has to do with basketball, right? Because it was a basketball trade that caused all this. But there's also like a human element of this that I think that nobody in the ownership or Nico anticipated. Like, for me personally speaking, and I think it's probably this way for a lot of Mavs fans, which is why the reaction is what it is. Like, if you told me that we had a 30% chance to win a championship with Luka over a 20-year span versus like a 45% chance with AD over the next 3 or 4 years, like, I would still take us I would still take a puncher's chance with Luca for 20 years. Like if you told me I was going to win one ring but lose Luca, or have 20 years with Luca and not win a single ring, like I'd take Luca because at least we're competitive for that long. Like there's something to be said about your team being relevant for forever, which is what we had with Dirk until those last couple of years.
What doesn't make sense to me is they literally just went to the championship. So I can understand if they didn't have the championship, like even like we didn't touch it or were close, like you niggas literally just went, bro. Like,
bro, Nico got 3 good quarters of Mavs basketball.
Okay.
The Thunder just gird them. That's all it was.
Here we go. Can we not bring up the Thunder?
That's all it was, bro.
This nigga ain't gonna make himself relevant.
His tooth don't even hurt. He just ain't talked about the Thunder in a long time.
He just ain't found a reason to squeeze the Thunder in yet.
What
Thunder
did you say?
gonna heal all that right up. A Thunder plug gonna heal all that right up.
That's it.
Look, man, yeah, like the success that the Mavericks had, the trajectory that Luka was on, it only leads a tinfoil hat nigga like me to believe that this was the league's doing. There is no the market is despite it being a top 5 market in media in the NBA, the market was not big enough for Luka Doncic. Like the Lakers were looking at a brick wall, nowhere to go. LeBron is only paying 40% of games. He's getting ready to retire. He got us 1 ring in 2020. Like, what can we do to salvage the franchise that is the barometer of the success of the NBA? The NBA is doing well when the Lakers are doing well, and they didn't have enough firepower to allow him to retire, allow him to transition, allow them to go through their solo Kobe years.
They were gonna have a decade of being.
It was about to be irrelevancy in Los Angeles, or at least fighting for their lives with Austin Reeves and fucking whatever other white knuckle hooper they attached to him. So it felt like the league made a call. It felt like the call came from the penthouse suite upstairs on the top floor. And Nico being already anti-Luka or contrarian or know-it-all and know nothing at the same time, just took advantage of a deal that was given to him, But
it goes even deeper than that. Like, Tev, you said something before we started about how they were starting to get rid of the people around Luka. So you said something that was really pointed.
They started this from the get-go. Nico got there. He's been slowly firing, letting go of teammates, trading teammates that Luka likes. He fired the most well-respected health trainer in the NBA, who worked for the Mavs for 21 years. Fired him while he was grieving his dead mother. Didn't even go to him.
It's
called
shit
him
like
up,
that.
Said you're gone.
Yeah. It's stuff like that got him fired.
Yeah, he has no loyalty to anybody. He's like, all right, get him out.
Bro, and after the trade, it's not like he went out and started defending himself like, yo, I know the fan base is upset, but please, this is my thinking behind it. Have faith. But he just sat back and was like, I'm right. And you'll see.
Saying, fuck y'all.
It's the amount of hubris and the arrogance that also came with it. It's all those things wrapped up in one.
They're gonna see the vision. That was a big quote in the offseason.
Oh my god.
And the vision was, nigga, you are now in the unemployment line.
He changed his bio to unemployed too.
Also, I think he got a nice little golden parachute. I think we're totally ignoring the incompetence of new ownership because that nigga don't just look dumb. The current owner of the Mavericks was gifted the Mavericks by his rich mother-in-law, who is a casinos tycoon for the Sands hotels and casinos and resorts. She bought the Mavericks and gifted it to her son-in-law. This nigga don't know a motherfucking thing about basketball. Ain't never ran an organization.
He looks like
his incompetence is being overshadowed by the fact that he had an even more incompetent fucking subservient, calling the shots for him. And so, ideally, there's somebody steps in his place that actually, has some basketball knowledge. I think Michael Finley is the interim GM for now, right?
It's him.
They got a co-GM and some other guy.
Matt Riccardi, who used to work for the Nets, and then they want to get Dennis Linsley he's currently at the Pistons. He was there before. He did the PJ trade and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done some good stuff here. So they want him in the offseason to be the permanent GM.
We should just do a GoFundMe and we should help Mark Cuban buy the team back.
Nah,
That man has moved on
he
to
done
fucking
moved on.
pharmaceuticals.
I'm sure he can get the team back if he wants.
No, yeah,
Right.
he's already
But
said
yeah,
he doesn't
like-
want to run a team.
Yeah, no. I mean, shit, he done got
Yeah,
his
been there,
ring.
done
He done
that.
done his thing. He had brought a championship.
yeah, his legacy is cemented.
Yeah, and changed the league too, man. At the same time.
He need
So
to
you
go
know,
fund.
Mark did his part. Dirk did his part. Finn Dog did his part. Luka did his part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this new era, I mean, it's proven to be I don't know.
About to go
This
back
is
to
my
like,
number one candidate for tear down.
They more than likely
Number
will.
one.
And I'm hoping they end up with Darren Peterson in the draft coming up.
Bro, we
No.
still have not seen the Mavs at full strength, bro. I'm
That ain't
not
happening.
advocating we tear
We
it down,
won't.
bro.
We won't.
I'm good.
Kyrie, AD, Najee Marshall,
Kyrie-
fucking Cooper Flag, Max
And then
Christie,
Kyrie ain't
Derek
been there, though.
Lively.
They need Kyrie badly.
Kyrie ain't coming back
Bro,
till
I'm looking
January
at
at
the
the
product
earliest.
on court. The product on court is missing a Kyrie Irving. It's missing a Kyrie Irving the same way that the Indiana Pacers are missing a Tyrese Halliburton. You do not have the firepower to keep yourself afloat without him.
This team looks good on 2K. I'm telling you, we're never going to be healthy.
Oh, they're phenomenal on 2K. They're a dynasty on
They are.
2K.
They be winning the championship when I send
They
shit.
got the
yeah.
old Clay on 2K.
Yeah, but Kyrie comes back, January, December earliest? Where's the team going to be by then? If it keeps up at this rate,
Over.
do you even bring him back?
Nope.
They could push through the play-in.
AD wanted to come back this past weekend on Saturday, but the owner stepped in and said no. 'Cause he has a,
Yeah, man, them barbecue sandwiches starting to get to my boy.
bro, that latest picture, he is big.
Brisket starting to show a little bit, ain't it?
And that's what makes the trade even worse is that Luke got traded for being fat and hurt with a calf strain, and now we got a player
And
who's
we brought
older,
in a fat dude.
fatter,
We got
and
a
with the
fat
calf
AD.
is
Hey, man, as long as he come back playing center, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that other shit, man. As long as he come back, you know what I'm saying, putting the weight to good use, bro. Like, I'm gonna continue to hold out for, you know, a turnaround, but I understand the sentiment that this is going nowhere.
I'm all for keeping AD on ice and calling up Chicago, Miami.
AD always dressed.
Day-to-day Davis.
Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
It's already
Damn.
All right, let's talk about a better team. I believe the
Yeah,
Pistons
yeah,
next.
yeah. Sherrod, how your Nuggets doing, man?
Man.
Oh,
So the Nuggets, man. They undefeated this week. You know, they
Uh-oh.
did their thing.
Uh-oh.
You know, they done beat a lot.
Joker's overrated? Is that what I heard?
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
sir,
what?
No. Jokic is in that MVP race. You know what I'm saying? Now they
Yeah.
played the Kings, the Heat. I think the signature win this week was the Warriors. But I can't really say that because, I mean, you know, Steph didn't play, so I mean, you know, Jokic was gonna dominate, but it just wasn't the game that you probably was looking for. But it was a good game, though, if you watched it. And then they ended it with the Pacers. So I mean, it was a light week. They really had one good, you know what I'm saying, one team. So it was a lot of at home this week, though. So I think every game this week was at home. So that maybe played a part. But this week they undefeated. You know, let's go next week. Really started off right.
Denver's consistent, man. They're consistent.
Yeah. Denver.
They're not going to wow you, but they're going to win.
Yeah, and you would think like, okay, well, I mean, a lot of people was like kind of iffy about him without Michael Porter Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what? But man, it's true. They've been still clicking. You know, the three still. You know what I'm saying?
And
Aaron
Cam Johnson
Gordon.
ain't even really showed up yet, has he?
Nah, but Cam Johnson, to be honest with you, Michael Porter, the reason he shined so much is because he said, F everybody, I'm finna just shoot. And
I'ma get mine.
that ain't Cam Thomas. So like a lot of Cam Thomas is I mean not Cam Thomas, but you know
Johnson.
Yeah,
What's his
Johnson.
Cam
name?
Johnson.
Yeah. He kinda sit in the corner. You know, they pass it to him, he might hit a shot.
That's his game.
He ain't aggressive.
He might
That's
swing
his
it.
game though, you know what I'm saying?
He's a great shooter.
Well, but on the defensive end, that's where he step up and he play defense, something that Michael Porter wasn't doing.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Aaron Gordon is having a nice beginning of the year
He's
too,
having a
man.
career year so
Gordon's went
far.
crazy this year. But it was about time,
bringing back that traditional power
It's
forward.
about that time for him. It's about that time for him to do his thing. But good week. Good week for us. And then,
Right
we're
on,
going to
man.
go ahead and go to the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? One of the best teams in the league right now.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
They balling. Really, I'm excited. I ain't going to lie.
You ain't got your buffs, man. You can't put your buffs on for this section.
Man, boy. I was watching some video. They was in there talking about. I said, nah, boy, them Detroit boys is crazy. But nah, it was. Speaking of that, it was a good week for them too. I really didn't like how. I don't know if that game is for this week, but that next game and the Wizards game they just played the other 2 nights, them was a little too close. And he Cade shooting I want to say it was Friday night.
45 shots.
And I said, nah,
Yes,
but
Yeah,
we
that
won.
was crazy.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, we got to do a little bit better.
Yeah, what did you want, my boy?
Yeah, 45, double overtime, 45 shots is crazy.
He broke
Crazy.
the record. His
Yeah.
shots.
I said, damn, I ain't never seen he almost put up a 50 ball with shots.
And sneakily, man, Detroit's number 1 in the East.
Yeah. Number 1 in the East.
Number 1 in the East.
Number 1 in the East. Hopefully it lasts, man. I like our chances though. I've been watching, of course as we all have, been watching the games, and the East it's good for us because Celtics they out the way. Giannis finally getting exposed, so you know what I'm saying. Like I'm kind of like a little bit happy about like our chances in the West. I mean in the East.
I don't know about exposed.
Nah, man, that team. Like when you think about it, like you could put a lot of players or it's certain type of players you got to put around Giannis. We'll get to them when it's time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? There's a certain type of players you got to put around them.
I agree with that.
And they ain't really found that combination yet. So, they start hot, lose. I mean, that's just what you're going to get from them.
Yeah, I agree.
Already up next, we got the Warriors. Gabe, how your old heads doing, man?
Hey, man, rough week for the Golden State Warriors, man. They 1-3, but they lost those 3 in a row without Curry, which is expected. And so for me, like the biggest thing about this 3-game losing streak is really just it's indicative of what I said last week and what I said the week prior is they have such a glaring need at the backup point guard position and always have for pretty much the entirety of Steph's career outside of like Sean Livingston, obviously way back then, and the 1 year that they had Chris Paul. But like the thing is he's missing games now, and he's only gonna miss more games. Like the dude is 37 years old. Like he's gonna miss games. You know what I mean? And so when he comes back, they can't even stay afloat without him, and so that's the problem. And so we'll see when he makes his return. But I think the Warriors aren't going to make any noise until they can shore up that backup point spot. But that can't happen until December 15th because you got all your recently signed players aren't eligible to be traded. But with that being said, they're sitting at 6-5. And in the West, being 500, and you're not going to make the playoffs. You'll be lucky to make a play-in at 500 in the West. So, and that window is like this big for them right now.
Already, man. Up next, Houston. What's the problem? Is there a problem?
Houston, we have no problem actually. Sengun's looking perfect. KD's fitting in like the plug and play player that he is. We did take an L to the Spurs in the Cup game.
Yes, you did.
All right.
Expected.
All right. But right now, other than that, everything's copacetic, man. All systems go.
Is Sengun making his heel turn? Him and Wemby was kind of scrapping a little bit.
Oh yeah, they don't like each other.
Like that, for real.
You can see it. They pushing it. They pushing and scrapping and throwing each other's hands up. Man,
I ain't never seen Sengun scrap like that, man. Like he was, you know what I'm saying?
European, bro. They're not soft.
Yeah, for sure.
He used to be called Baby Joker, but he's not a baby no more. He just wants the world to know. You seen what he did?
I ain't mad at it. And him and KD is a lethal combination, man.
I think what they're doing on the offensive boards is crazy. Like I feel like they play the game knowing that they're gonna get offensive rebounds, and it's I read a stat when I was doing some research. Fucking Steven Adams is rebound on his own is rebounding like 40%. Not of all the misses, not of like of the team's entire rebounds when he's on the floor, 40% of the rebounds.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
crazy the
And
amount of
even
rebounds they're
everything.
getting.
any team with Steven Adams on it while he's healthy and playing leads the league in offensive rebounds. Every
And
team.
then they got Clint Capella, you know, who is older but still doing the same thing. And so when they're running out that double big lineup, like Şengün said in the interview, like he loves playing at the four, right? Because now he doesn't have to do all that dirty work, which is probably why you see him excelling even more offensively and taking another step. So
Yeah,
I
looking the shit out of Giannis and stuff like that. Yeah.
that, now that's true. I think you know, Reed Shepherd had a real good game recently too, and so
He's
he's
still
starting to
starting
round
point?
out a little bit.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the
I think
season,
Amen
he
started.
just had some first game jitters, and then he's gonna find his own. So
He's a hell of
They
a
got
shooter.
Armin running point.
Yeah, I watching them play is interesting. It's like it's hard to. They're like an anomaly because you would like there are times where when they're on the floor, like you can see that they need a point guard real bad. But then there's other times you're like these guys are so fucking tall and athletic, like nobody's gonna be able to keep these guys off the board. So it's interesting, man. Houston's got a nice team.
Houston, we have no problems.
Right on, man. Up next, the Indiana Pacers. They went 0-4 this fucking week, man. I
Nice.
mean, what else do you expect? It's like they're 1-9.
Oh my god.
Sports fans, particularly fans of the NBA, know and live by the phrase "no lead is safe." Well, in Indiana, leads leave their car doors unlocked at night. Newborn babies are left with leads. Leads walk around with their eyes closed because a lead against the Indiana Pacers couldn't be safer. These boys went winless this week, man, even gifting the third or fourth biggest laughingstock of the league, depending on the day, the tween Hezzy Pool Brooklyn Nets, they first win of the season. I'm comfortable in my suffering as a Mavs and a Pelicans fan because I know there are Indiana Pacers fans in the world, bro. Somewhere starving, no clean water, flies all in the corners of their eyes and shit, man. Like, and it's not for the lack of effort, it's a lack of firepower. No one in blue and yellow is averaging over 25 points. They're second to last in points per game, assists per game, and opponents are averaging almost 100. They get 120 points put up on them every game.
Mhm.
Granted,
They're
they were
just-
never a defensive powerhouse, even with Miles Turner at the 5, because you know that nigga soft. We know that. But their inability to fight back on either side of the ball just goes to prove how valuable Halliburton was and is to this group, man. Like the story is Tyrese Halliburton, bro, and like niggas fronted on him, called him a fake all-star. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, through all kinds of you know, efforts to delegitimize him. You know what I'm saying? And his value to the group, man. You know, and nigga, no, this is Halliburton's team. And you know, they might as well start have y'all seen that that NBA edit with the Gunna song where it's AJ
Yeah.
from BYU? What's that nigga's name?
Rainbow face. Somebody else.
Hey, might as well go on do the intro, go on do the team intro to that, man. Cause yeah, man, it's not looking good in Indiana, bro. They might be in the running for that top pick next year, man. I don't know what their draft situation is looking like, but
They're lucky they traded back for their own pick right in the finals. The game before Halliburton blew his Achilles, they traded. They got their first round pick back. I think from the Pelicans, right?
Yeah.
From the Pelicans.
the Pelicans to prosperity pipeline is something that has to be studied, bro. Anybody who's ever spent time in New Orleans and made their way out, unsurprisingly, is doing much better than they were as a Pelican. But hey, man, let's make a trip down to the Unction, bro. What the Clippers looking like this week?
It's the nurse.
They looking like how you feel, bro.
It's a nursing home, bro.
We need it. We need it.
The Thunder spokesman
We
has
need
spoken.
it.
He ain't had to say what team, nigga. He said we need it. We know exactly.
Like yeah. Hey, 5-game losing streak, brother.
Ugh.
Uh,
Ugh.
James Harden is doing what James Harden does, but it's obviously not enough, bro. It's just I don't know. It's not like they're getting blown out either. Some games, are not as close as we like, but they're competing until they're just not. They just run out of gas, and that's what's been happening over this losing streak. But it's for all my teams. I'm gonna just keep saying it's early until it's not early anymore. But yeah, I got nothing.
You don't
I
think
got
The
it's
Suns smacked them
Tyloo?
twice this week,
You
bro.
don't think it's Tyloo?
Back to back.
No, because when they winning, it's like we don't blame Ty Lue. So I don't know. I don't really like to blame the coaches too much.
For sure.
But also, there's another thing to do with the injuries. Kawhi in and out. That's really it. So it's hard to build some continuity when you don't know when he's playing, when he's not playing, when he's planting trees, when he's not planting trees. I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, when he's
That took me a second.
aspiring to be his best self.
Yeah, we just aspire to be a better team right now, but yeah, I can't lose.
Yeah, we got a lot of aspirations to be a great team.
Unfulfilled aspirations, nigga.
Well, somebody
man,
killed him.
nobody outside of James Harden is scoring over 20 points per game, man. You can't really rely on nobody. And James Harden can only do nigga, he's 45 playing 37 minutes a game. Like,
Yeah, Bradley Bill's giving them
like-
nothing.
Yeah, he's got to come off the
Bradley
bench.
Beal, I forgot he was on the team. Honestly,
man,
I don't know what happened.
apparently he did too.
he should have just stayed in. He should have just stayed in Washington, bro, because it's been all downhill for him. Downhill Bill. That's what I'm gonna call him now.
Hey. Bro, Bradley Bill hasn't been the same player since that video of him at a youth camp telling the kids that when you get to the NBA, you have to guard me.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to go.
You have to go through me.
He said,
Like, no, we're
said,
not,
challenge
sir.
accepted,
Down-
nigga.
downhill
Challenge
system.
accepted, fuck nigga.
Nah, man, but to be fair, they do have some new pieces with John Collins and Brooke Lopez that they got to try to integrate. And so, they'll be competitive. They do have a hell of a home
Them ain't
court
stars
advantage.
though, man.
I
Them ain't
hate-
stars. That's Brooke Lopez is on his way out the league more than likely,
I
and
hate
John
watching
Collins
him
has
play.
underperformed. His whole career.
Brooke
That's
Lopez.
what happens
know
when
what I
you have when you come from Utah. I mean, let's just
Yeah.
be real.
So yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, they might have to make some, if they can make some, take advantage of some of these detonation operations. You know what I'm
They
saying?
could be a
Some of
sneaky
these
AD
layups.
team.
Cause yeah, man. I mean, when the front line is down or the front line has produced as much as they can, who are they relying on? And it's not a lot,
The
bro.
wall,
Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr.,
that big screen,
Chris Paul.
Ogie, fucking Chris Paul. Chris Paul is more upset than I've seen him in a long time. Man.
I think he was praying on the
Chris Paul was
side.
on the bench like this. It's not even his team, bro.
He needs
Yeah.
to go ahead and coach.
Up next, man, we got the other Los Angeles team, the Lakers.
Yeah, the snow-
we got going over them.
Snow time Lakers, bro. My only
Did you say
good,
snow time?
no time.
hey,
Tres Leches.
the only good team I had this week going 3-1, won 3 straight, led behind Luka's casual 30-point triple double as he normally gets, before getting absolutely stomped out by Ronnie's Atlanta Hawks. Hey,
Shit happens.
Mo Gay was giving them buckets. Yeah,
Fuck with Mo too.
yeah, they've been consistent, 8-3 on the season, 4th in the West, looking good. Yeah, not too much to say so far. The boys are hooping. DeAndre looks solid.
I was about to say, yeah, Aiden finally has some sort of an identity, some sort of a role. That's surprising.
He out here looking like he's 7 feet tall, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Like actually, like an actual hooper, not just a nigga who play 2K and get paid to ride the bench.
And Rui has a jump shot. He hitting threes at the corner.
Oh yeah, Rui was going crazy last night.
Yeah, the team's solid. They're playing good. They're getting that Luka bump, as most players seem to get being around him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Of course, yeah.
I'm interested to see how LeBron, and it's crazy that I'm even saying this, right? Because it's LeBron fucking James. But how is LeBron James gonna fit into this team when he comes back? Because I think it's, in my opinion, in the games that I've watched, because I admittedly watched the Lakers now more than the Mavericks. It's clearly Luka's team, and so I wonder what they're gonna do when LeBron comes
I've
back.
said it
And
before,
how they gonna
and
do
I'll
that?
say it again. The return of the traditional power forward, bro.
put him
Like,
at the
it's
four would be
inevitable.
nasty.
The 4 is inevitable, bro. You look around the league, like it's real power forwards back in the league, bro. This nigga is going to be. He's going to have to guard Julius Randle at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with that. I'm with back to the basket old man LeBron game.
That's
until
like
he
20,
can't do it no more.
like 2013 Heat, Braun, when he started playing in the post.
Come on, man. You got enough shooters around you. You ain't got to be, chunking up old man bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, get back to that strength game. Show these boys how, Sean Kemp, Charles Oakley used to do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I think that's a nice sort of trajectory on his way. You know what I'm saying? Enshrining his legacy, cementing his legacy, and calling it a day, man. Riding off into the sunset. Shit. Up next, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. Where's Ja?
Man, this team tough. This team, man. Honestly, it was out of all my teams, and it's crazy because I got the Nets. I don't even watch the Grizzly game. That's the crazy thing.
I don't say nothing else.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly where you going?
I don't even really watch the Grizzlies games because it's just like, what are they doing? A lot of times,
I thought about this week. Like, where is Gigi Jackson?
Well,
hurt.
He's hurt. Like he ain't played. Struggling. I think he played. Man, I ain't seen him all last week, but I think he played the week before.
He looks frustrated on that bitch too.
Too bad.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. You got Ja with what he got going on. Then you got Jaren Jackson. He want to be a point guard / two guard / combo guard / small forward / he want to really do it all, bro. But
and a fashion nigga.
Yes, bro. They just, I don't think they, and then the coach, and like bro say, I don't really try to blame the coaches. That's one of the things I try not to. The coach is young, so, he's just trying to really get them to play together. Really. And it's kind of hard. But the Grizzlies.
The coaches' rotations have also been a little weird. Like, it's short shifts for everybody. No matter what, even if you're playing hot, you're coming out the game because he stays to his rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know what they're doing.
Over the last 5 games, Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. averaged 17 points a game, bro, each. And Ja is shooting 28% from the field, bro. Like, he's missing everything.
That team's correct, man.
He's not really letting Ja get to his spot. And, of course, Ja is really just an open court player. That half-court game, it don't really work too well for him. And to be honest with you, Taylor Jenkins, they miss him. Because he just knew their style of play.
I don't want to be conspiracy theories, but could we be seeing something similar to what we just said about Luka, where they traded Dylan Brooks, got rid of Bang,
Could be true. Could be true.
You podding now, my boy. You podding now, my boy.
You're not.
You're
not too far off.
Very, very well. You're not.
Because they put that rule in.
Ever since that gun, he ain't really been too hot in Memphis like that as far as management, upper management.
I think he's answering. I think he's also answering, like, can Ja be something other than Ja anywhere else? Because, like, he's not getting to the rim. He's not being super explosive. He's not getting foul calls. That's crazy because, like, he one of the most drivingest niggas in the league, for one. But he's not getting to the rim. And over this same span of 5 games, he's averaging about 10 assists. And so, like, he may just be kind of soft auditioning for whoever's next. Like, look, I'm Ja Morant and I can be Ja Morant, but that's not the totality of my game. You feel me? Like, I can be a table setter. I can be a lead point guard. I can get these niggas fed depending on whether or not these niggas want to eat or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have the record that they have and have the week that they've had, and he still averaged 10 assists a game. It's kind of wild and almost a different side of him. You know what I'm saying?
He got Eric Spoelstra on speed dial.
For real. Like, no, he's soft launching that campaign, bro. I'm not mad at it, bro. Like, we asked last week, can Ja change his game? Can he, be effective outside of Memphis? Outside of what we know to expect from him. And, I think, like, their struggles considered, like he is having to change. He is being forced to change his game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
He still has that gravity with him because he's John Morant, but at the same time,
Y'all
his,
still
Right.
think
his
he a
jump
number one
shot.
option?
Mm-mm.
he-
No way.
yeah, bro.
Nah.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
Mm-mm. He's like
yeah, bro.
He-
If you look at the
he's
lineup
a-
of point guards, point shooting guards in the league, lead guards in the league, bro, like he's still top 5, top 6, bro.
he's a number one option on a bad team. He's a number 2 option on a good team, and he's a number 3 option on a great team.
I don't know if I agree
Three
with that,
kind of tough, but I feel you. I go with the first one. Three,
but I don't know.
three. I don't look at him like Paul George.
I'm not
Yeah,
high.
put him on the Spurs. Put him on the Spurs. What? Where is he ranking the hierarchy on the Spurs? Put him on the Rockets. Where does he where is he in the hierarchy on the Rockets?
He's starting
Third
the
behind
Rockets.
KD, behind Şengün on the Rockets.
You feel me?
A great team.
So like, I mean, on a
but them,
great
but them,
team,
them like post heavy like situations.
You right.
So you can't really just, you know what I'm saying? Both of those teams, Seguin and Wemby, going to the post. So of course the
All right.
ball not going. You know what I'm saying? It's not going.
On the Suns.
So put him in
Look at the
Orlando.
Suns.
He's
On the
still
Suns, he
behind
number
Paolo,
two.
behind
On the
France.
Suns, he number 2.
Yeah, well, that's a terrible team.
behind Jalen
Yeah,
Green.
that is a terrible team. Who you think? Behind Jalen.
Behind Jalen
no
Green?
Sirski. no,
So,
Sirski.
okay.
Because you got
The
Devin
job.
Booker, you got Jalen Green, you got Dylan Brooks, you got John Morant.
No, I'm going to go.
He's number 2 by foot.
Yes, behind
That's-
Jalen
that's
Green,
Book's
number
team.
2.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going no
You know,
farther than that.
He's definitely not behind. He's definitely not behind Dylan Brooks. I was not suggesting that at all. I was just saying that's who they have. That's not
He's
what I
like,
was
let me let's
suggesting.
go
In
real
the
quick.
universe, was he behind? Was he behind Dylan Brooks? Was he behind Dylan the villain in any capacity, nigga? Besides in the tunnel. No. Yeah, I think a different situation would benefit him, bro. And I'll continue to campaign for Miami. Like we may be. I mean, the league is gonna get shook up. It happens every year, and it's happened more and more as the years have gone by. That the free agency, fucking extravaganza. You know what I'm saying? Or the trade deadline extravaganza is going to, render some teams unrecognizable by the deadline. So, if he's soft auditioning for a different role, I wouldn't be mad at it. Leave Memphis in the fucking trenches.
Yeah, I feel you. When it comes to job, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, in the NBA, image is everything, bro, and they'll get rid of
His
it
image is
fast.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you see him at young boy concerts, these 4K trade, all that, like, that's a bad look for a franchise player. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of the teams is looking at that like, I don't really want to bring him over here to
He
our
could be
brand.
Miles Bridges.
But you see, Miles Bridges, like, if you look at Miles Bridges now, compared to Miles Bridges 2 years ago, he completely different now.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
to change. He had to change his whole little, like, to stay in the league, bro. They was finna boot him out of there, like, go ahead, brother. We don't
And
need
he's
you.
still a third option.
True.
He's still a third option. You know what I'm saying? He ain't,
Miles?
second or third.
I'll say second. But really a first, because none of them other
On
niggas.
that team.
Yeah, on that team for sure. He.
I feel like when they got Brandon Miller, he was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
option 3.
That's fair.
You know.
That's fair. Both them niggas ain't playing though.
Right.
Send them.
So yeah, and like he's allowed the opportunity to cook on his own without the
Yeah.
domestic violence distractions or world star hip hop. You feel me?
Hey, best rapper in the league. But
Whoa, that's nah.
He really be
Dame
spitting
is the
up.
best
He
rapper.
really be spitting up. Up next, man, we got the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat, I'm really, really high on this team, man. 3-game win streak. Norman Powell doing exactly what I thought he would do once he left the 40 and under club. He got his own space, got more room to shine with no Harden, no Kawhi. He's getting buckets. I heard Andrew Wiggins speak words for the first time. Everybody's looking good, bro. Like without Tyler Hero, the rotations are good. We got Jovic hooping, Khalil Ware hooping. It's just they like they're having fun together. It doesn't look like too much thought is going into it, and they just playing hard, just trying to win.
Fontecchio
Yeah,
torched
there
my
we go. That's what I
Pelicans
was thinking
plenty of
about.
times,
That's what I was
bro.
thinking about. I didn't know how. I didn't want to butcher his name.
Yeah, nigga sound like a cheese. But
How you
niggas torched my
He's
team.
Italian, I
How you
think, too.
Fontecchio.
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 Fontecchio?
Fontecchio.
Okay.
Sound like a new club in Miami, actually.
You feel me? Nigga, we about to fade Fonchecchio, nigga. They open till 6 a.m.
But yeah, no, so it's pretty good. I didn't get a chance to catch many games this week, but I watched the Cavs game yesterday. And I don't know, it just looks like a good team. And to be competing with the Cavs as one of the top teams in the East, too, is like a good sign. They sitting at third right now in the East. And yeah, it's looking up.
Miami.
Hey, man, first in points per game, running no fucking sets.
Yeah, I was talking about this like before we started recording. I saw a stat, and I could be wrong on the years, right? So forgive me here, but they have run the least amount of pick and rolls since any team since like 2013. And at that point, it was 36, and I think they're averaging like 18 pick and rolls a game, which is crazy because you got some teams running 50, 60, 70, and so they just have this offense where they're like run and cut and cut and run. There's no like they're barely even setting off ball screens.
Yeah,
They're
also
just like get and go.
shout out to Triple J too, Jaime Jaquez. He had like a down year last year with his injury, but I feel like he's getting back in the groove of things as well. Looking good.
Yeah.
Just like Giddy got cooked. He cooked somebody, I forgot who it was. Last week, cooked him, took it to the hole. Dunked whatever, got him a little highlight. But yeah, I'm really high on this team right now.
No, I'm fucking with it, and I think I saw somebody say the smaller headline, the lead that's being buried is the reinvention of Eric Spoelstra. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing
like
coach.
taking what he has and that ain't his game at all. You know what I mean? Like he come from the school of Pat Riley, so to see him embrace sort of a free flowing offense.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
And shit,
you got 5 niggas you got 4 other niggas on the court running around like Steph off ball. You know what I'm saying? Like
on the
causing havoc. On
the opposite spectrum of the Ty Lue question, like, do we want to blame him for the Clippers' woes? I feel like Eric Spoelstra deserves some credit. That just shows how good of a coach he is because he's willing to adapt. No matter what group of guys he has, it always somehow works. Whether they're in the play-in, whether they're in last place, they end up in the finals, or whether they're star players hurt right now, they third in the East. So, yeah, shout out to him for sure.
You got to respect it, man. You got to respect a coach that's willing to, learn too. Everybody expect the players to adjust. Everybody expect, you know what I'm saying, the players to figure it out from game to game. But, coming as a fan of a team whose coach don't change a motherfucking thing, despite nigga up by 20, down by 50, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, like, no, you got to respect the fact that, a coach is willing to learn alongside his team and figure it the fuck out. Up next, we got them Bucks. What they looking like, Gabe?
Hey, look, man, considering the Bucks haven't had Giannis, they finished the week at 2-2. They're currently sitting at 6-4 overall. I'm not going to blame them, right? Because to be able to stay afloat without your best player, and for them, it's even bigger because like all they got is Giannis and a bunch of role players, good role players, but a bunch of role players. And to me,
Kyle Kuzma,
well, a role player. And so, but it's funny that
category.
It's funny that you were just talking about coaching because I really think that like their ability to stay afloat without Giannis and just overall in general is really just a testament to Doc Rivers and his ability to coach. And this comes from somebody who's a Celtics fan, and so I got a love-hate relationship with Doc there. But I think the biggest kind of surprise of the year is Ryan Rollins averaging 16 per game, and I think he is a very, very, very sneaky pick for most improved player because it wasn't that long ago where he was a two-way player who got cut by the Warriors. And so his rise has been nice, and obviously it's coming out of opportunity, but, they're also dealing with a lot of injuries as well, so that could be part of it. But, the Bucks, as long as they can stay afloat in the times that they don't have Giannis, once they get him back, he's surrounded by shooters. This team is going to make the playoffs because Giannis is that good. We'll see what happens in the playoffs way down the line. But, yeah, solid week for the Bucks, all things considered.
Hey, man, you still got to get through Giannis. Regardless of how the team look, you still got to get through fucking Giannis. Man. Up next, the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. My dogs, the Wolves are clicking. My boy clicked up. My dogs went 3-1 this week with decisive wins over the Nets, Jazz, and Kings. Now, those are games you're objectively supposed to win. But regardless, with an average margin of victory of 22 points in those wins, there's a lot to be happy about as a fan of the Timberwolves. As a team, they're shooting over 51% from the field. I don't know if that's best in the league, but to be shooting 51% from the field as a team is pretty impressive. You're taking great shots. And they're shooting 41% from three. My early MVP candidate, Ant Edwards, bro, is leading the pack with 28 points per game on 50% from 2 and 3, knocking down 5 triples a game and averaging about 2.5 posters per 48 minutes. Nigga, like he's bro. Everything they ever had to say about Ant, bro, he improved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we knew he was cash money when he came into the league. But any doubt, any issue, any qualm they had about the completion or lack thereof of his game, he's improved. He's a two-way player. He can shoot.
All around.
He can get inside. He can his mid-range crazy. He can be a facilitator. He's, you know, being a great teammate to niggas like Rudy Gobert, fucking baguette fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a marvel to watch him continue to grow and you know, and be the beneficiary of, you know, being a true leader of this team, man. But on top of that, man, Julius Denim Jeans Randle is not far behind. He's not far behind, bro, at 23 points per game on 51% shooting, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, man, including a 32-point explosion in their only loss in the Madison Square Garden homecoming, Karl Anthony Towns revenge game, and then 2 separate triple-doubles in their wins this week, man. I like Randle because we both similar, man. Both from Dallas, both on that most improved campaign, you feel me? Advocating for the return of the classic power forward archetype. I'm going to keep saying it till it happen. And we both stopped smoking weed and it changed our lives for the better. So, you know what I'm saying? Like my saving grace and the teams that I root for is the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. Watching the joy that they play with, I know that shit is overhyped. They are fun to watch, bro, and they whooping ass. They beating the teams they're supposed to beat, and I'm really excited to see what they look like in front of like some real competition. Now, there have been murmurs about whether or not Ja Morant will be joining the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know that's very pie in the sky.
That's the last thing.
Very hopeful for hood niggas everywhere. Hood niggas everywhere are having sweet and pleasant dreams about the potential of Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and Ja Morant linking up and causing hell. But look, bro, were that to happen, were they to package Donte DiVincenzo, I don't know if they can get rid of Rudy Gobert. I don't think anybody wants Rudy Gobert, to be honest. You know, and whoever else, bro, Mike Conley and can do his
Nas
fucking
Reed. It would have to be Nas Reed too.
Nas Reed is having a down year, so I would have to be okay with that. Yeah, man, like, no, I could, and yeah, he would be a cult hero in fucking Memphis, bro. People love Nas Reed, but yeah, no, I could bet, bro. Like, I'm behind this team already. You add Ja Morant to the mix, bro. Like, yeah, like, nigga, I'm with all the shenanigans.
He'd be the third best player on that team.
He'd be the third best player on the team. maybe 2A, 2B, 2A, 2B. But yeah, no, man, the pack is running, bro, and it's fun to fucking watch, and they whooping ass. Now, on to the team begrudgingly pledge my allegiance to. Because for every up, there is inevitable down. Bro, the fucking New Orleans Pelicans. Now, don't let this week's record fool you. They are 2-2 this week. And for all intents and purposes, a 2-2 week for a mid team, it's not terrible. The Hawks were 2-2 this week. You know, a lot of decent teams were 2-2 this week. These were the only 2 wins. These were only 2 wins this week. The only 2 wins of the season happened this week. The Pelicans are officially in midseason form, right? Trey Murphy has found his shooting rhythm, averaging 23 a game, 4 made threes, 41% beyond the arc. You know what I'm saying? He instantly got his superpowers back the minute he took them fucking braids out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at it. Rookies Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, you see I'm a Derek Queen believer already, are making their case for the most exciting first-year duo in the league. Remember, I said mid-season form. Zion has a hamstring injury, and the timeline is indefinite, nigga. Mid-season form. We're back. The Pelicans are back, nigga.
That's terrible.
Zion's hamstring is cooked again. And the calls for firing head coach Willie Green are getting louder and louder, man. The Pelicans have won all of 2 games, and it happened this week against the hopeless Mavs and the internally aimless Hornets. And I hate that I love this team so much, bro. Like I hate that I hate that I see the potential. I hate that I enjoy the broadcasts. Because yeah, man, it's they should be at very least mid.
Yeah, they have a lot of
You
talent.
got Jordan Poole, you got Herb Jones, you got some really good prospects at center with Yves Missi and Carlo Makovich, and bad coaching is just gonna keep us in the trenches, bro. Poor adjustments is gonna keep us in the trenches. How do we have a nigga who professes to be a defensive minded coach and fucking Grayson Allen dropped 45 on us?
Oh,
10 for 15 from 3.
Duke legend.
yeah, he
Grayson
is.
Allen ain't never dropped a 40 burger. Grayson Allen ain't never dropped a 40 burger in his life, and he did it on the New Orleans Pelicans. So yeah, bro, I'm having a hard time just remaining a believer, bro. Like for whatever reason, like I'm going pick them games over any other games on TV. I watch everything else when it's not live. I watch everything else later. If I'm watching the game live, nigga, I'm watching the Pelicans, and I call me a glutton for punishment, nigga, because I'm not having fun. Derek Queen looks amazing though. Jeremiah Fears looks fan-fucking-tastic. Maybe in some reality, in some, alternate universe, bro, we give up on the Zion experiment and we just go ahead and double down on, the core that we got, bro, because Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones don't sound like a bad core to build around.
That's a good team. Should be a good team.
Fuck Zion at this point.
He's in the
But his trade value is down because he's hurt.
he's in the best shape of his life.
So what would you even get back
for?
for him? What would you even get for him?
I mean, somebody was gonna bite. Somebody will bite on that.
I'll take some draft picks for him. I'll take some more youth for him. Fuck it.
Send him to the Nets.
That's all I got to say about the fucking. I almost call them the fucking Hornets. Fucking Pelicans, same fucking thing. That's all I got to say about the Pelicans, man. Up next, we got the New York Knicks, brother.
Well, look, I want to start by saying that I'm gonna take full credit. I went around my neighborhood and I put up a bunch, I showed y'all. I went up and I put up a bunch of flyers all around my neighborhood. Have you seen this cat? Call this number, about $500 reward. They found the cat. The cat was found this week. Look, the New York Knicks are sitting at 6-3. They went 4-0 this week. Now, granted, they had a soft schedule ish. They beat the Wizards. They beat the Nets. And they also beat the Wolves.
T-Wolves.
They beat the shit out of the T-Wolves. And look, Cat is starting to find his groove, man. Over the last 10 games or so, he's starting to tick up his scoring. So he's starting to find his form again. This team is starting to come together. The offense is coming. As I said in the first week, man, they got a lot of ball movement going. Mike Brown's offense looks nice. Jalen Brunson is still doing Jalen Brunson things. And so I think, if this team keeps kind of playing this way, they can start to run away with the East. For example, when they beat the Bulls, they won 128-116. You had OG had 21, Cat had 31. Brunson was doing his thing. You got, Josh Hart coming off the bench, finally kind of easing into his role. I believe that the Knicks, and this is coming from a Celtics fan, man, the Knicks are for real. And Mitchell Robinson is like their unsung MVP because his ability to protect the rim and just like disrupt shots consistently and play harder than everybody else on the court kind of really brings them juice. And so, the Knicks are doing their thing. And, if the Knicks, just like the Lakers, right? When the Knicks are good, the NBA is good. And so I'm glad to see them doing well. But yeah.
Y'all ready?
the official spokesperson
Oh, man, I can hear him
of
rubbing
the
his
world
hands.
champion Oklahoma City Thunder, alleged repeat this year, repeating Oklahoma City Thunder. We got Cesar De Niro,
Nah, man.
Thunder correspondent on site right now. What you got for us,
Man,
Cesar?
this week, I want to say we took our first L. Yeah, we took our first L to the Blazers, which was a good game. It was really a bad game because we was up we was up like 19, 18 or something like that, and they come all the way back. I'm like, man, I can't wait to hear, you know what I'm saying, what people are saying in the, you know, the next day on ESPN and all of that. But I mean, the Thunder doing what the Thunder doing. You know, we 3-1 this week. Played pretty bad teams this week though, so you know I can't really like get too high. You know what I'm saying? The Blazers is probably one of the better teams that we played this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's finally. I'm gonna say this: the injuries are finally catching up, which already knew which was going to, but we weathered the storm good enough. You know, we the number one team in the NBA, but it's gonna get harder. You know, because I think I just read or just found out. You know, Jalen gonna have to sit a little bit longer than he was originally supposed to, because he went and got another little surgery done. So. You know how
He
that
might miss out
goes.
on his All NBA case too, which is huge because of his contract.
Yeah, but that helps us though. He's gonna miss it because by the time if he come back, I doubt he come back. That's me, because I know how like if we keep playing the way we playing, there's no need to bring him back. So like
Right, they'll slow. They'll bring him in slow.
even if we end up being 500, you know what I'm saying, they still gonna wait their chance to bring him back because we more looking at championships than we is just like, oh, we gotta have the number. We done already done that. The best record in the league, all that. It's more now like it's championship. You know how it was last year. Damn near, it's for sure championship or bust. So you know that's really the makeup of this week. Like I said, Thunder just doing regular shit. That's it.
And at
Number one defense in the league.
Well,
at the
Number one
risk
defense.
of upsetting you here, Caesar, I will say, man, like I feel like the Oklahoma City Thunder are the most boring team to watch.
no, that's cool. Win is boring, bro. Win is boring, bro. I'm telling you. Sometimes when you keep winning, bro, it's boring, bro. I'm telling you. I get it, bro. You gotta see a couple of losses. Now, I feel you though, for real. The thing is with the Thunder, you know, it's a lot of like, you know, we talk about the Grizzlies, we talk about like pretty much all these teams, you know, it's 3 players on there that you for sure know. Outside of Chet and Jalen being hurt, you look at Shea, and now you look at a whole bunch of like, okay, bro, are they even supposed to be on the floor? You know, AJ, the power forward, like a lot of the players that we've been playing with, trying to, you know, better the team. Been a lot of players that might not. I ain't gonna say Jalen or power forward, but a lot of those players they'll be struggling, fighting for minutes at other places just because of the hierarchy and how they look at, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic of the league. So, but I definitely get you though, as far as like the style of play. You can watch something else for sure.
I'm also just a hater, bro. Like I'm still a closeted Mavs fan, bro.
What'd you say, Dave?
I love watching them play defense though. All jokes aside, like all talk aside, like the way they close on the ball, they always deflect the pass. Like it's kind of crazy to watch. So it makes sense.
The ball pressure is crazy.
Yeah.
A couple stats right quick. Top defensive rating in the league. Top in defensive rebounds. Number 2 in steals. Just one behind the Portland Trailblazers.
Who beat us?
You know
They played the same
top
style
10
though.
in blocks.
That was crazy. When I was watching that Pelicans game, I said, "Damn, they us." I said, "Wait a minute, bro." They play fast, and they, you know what I'm saying, like they getting after it defensively too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shea didn't struggle, but it was difficult.
Second in least amount of opponent points off of turnovers. Second in opponent second chance points. Number 1 in just opponent points per points in the paint. They not letting anybody score in the paint, bro. It's really lockup season.
Yeah, we just did that to the
OKC,
Warriors
bro.
tonight. Right now, you know, game just in. We put them in the chamber too. We just beat the Warriors right now. You know, we just doing what we do, bro. We just doing what we do.
Hey man, get this nigga out of here, man. Who's next?
It's a good team, but I gotta admit, bro, every time I watch them play,
No, they're a great team.
Yeah,
I'm really
I'm
hating.
Yeah. No, it's
We just need the Clippers to go ahead, tank it, so we can get that number 1.
Y'all don't need any more draft picks, bro.
We need to get that number 1 from the. We need the Clippers to lose, so we can be in that top 5 pick, man.
Sam Presti already got a pick fetish. Y'all don't need no more picks, bro.
That's gonna be
Man,
Man,
crazy.
for real, they
bro.
have to like they just keep rolling their picks back every year because they
think they
have
got-
so many.
I think
Because
they
in
got
this,
3 first rounders next year.
yeah, we got the Clippers pick, the Pacers pick, and dang, I forgot the other team. But yeah,
They got a Mavs pick.
The
At
team is
29.
set
yeah,
up.
we sure do got a Mavs pick. Yeah, it's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Presley said, man, we just gonna get it out the draft. We gonna just build the team out the draft, man.
He told him
Yeah,
that.
I hollered at him and said, man, just get the team out the draft, brother.
They still
Yeah.
haven't seen Nikola
Yeah.
Topic play, and they might draft a replacement for him soon. Unfortunately,
Man, that's sad, bro. He's got cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. That's why I was saying. I was like, man, that's tough, bro. He really is
He's
tough,
nice.
bro, because he's nice, as you see. But it's just like, damn, bro. He don't even really. I just suck for him. Just everybody's dream is to play in the NBA, bro. So
yeah.
to not even really get that opportunity because of health issues suck.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to OKC, man. I mean, bona fide champions, you know what I'm saying? Scariest team in the league, and like, yeah, can do it on both sides, bro, which is like the most frustrating for anybody facing them. Is like, yeah. It sounds like they might have found their kryptonite, or at least their reflection, you know what I'm saying, in the Portland Trailblazers. So, keep an eye out for that matchup because, I mean,
Him and the Spurs, I'm telling you that Spurs game. Watch that game, bro. Like, and it's
Yeah.
tough because I'm gonna be going for the Thunder, but I know everybody. I don't really feel like Chet, lines up with Wemby. I feel like we gotta do it as a
Yeah.
team.
They
Everybody's
wanted them to
trying
be
say that,
rivals
but
they're
real
not.
bad,
nah.
but that ain't
They're on
it.
way different levels.
Nah.
Wemby a superstar. Chet just Don't let me get
Yeah.
started.
He's
Don't let
serviceable.
me get started on
They ain't
him,
mad
bro.
at
He
Chet.
be pissing me off sometimes.
He likes oxtails.
This nigga here rapping Rick Ross verse on Devil in a New Dress. Up next, man, we got Orlando Magic. What the fuck going on in Orlando, man?
Whole lot of disappointment, bro. They've been my disappointing team of the year so far. I expected them to be, up there with like Miami right now. But man, they went 1-2 this week. Played the Celtics twice. Beat the Celtics for the Cup game. Then lost to the Celtics 2 days later. Lost to the Hawks this week. And Paolo and Jamal Mosley do not get along. It's starting to bleed onto like the court. You're starting to see the body language. Desmond Bane is still working his way into the system. They should be better
How do you fix it?
shooting. And probably I gave big ups to Anthony Black the first week. His usage rate is up there with like Paolo and Franz. They might have to dial him back a bit because he's not shooting. He's driving to the lane, missing layups. Yeah, it's the same issues from last season. They can't shoot. Paolo.
So my question though, like they've always had a terrible offense,
Yeah,
especially under Mosley. Like, do you feel like it's time for him to move on, or them to move on from him?
it's looking like Mosley's probably not finishing the season.
It's gonna be a lot of coaching shakeups
Yeah.
this year, man. I can see that happening. Like, I mean, right now. I mean, the two out of the three top candidates for coach of the year at this point in the season are new to their organizations, right?
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, and who else? Who else implemented a new system? Damn, I just had it. I lost it. But yeah, no, man, yeah, it's tough, man. I'm seeing the frustration too. Did you see fucking Desmond Bane smack the ball at Nick on
That was crazy.
Yeah, he like punked him. Yeah,
That was crazy.
he like fouled him and then threw the ball at him.
That nigga know he's strong.
He shot him and then
Just
spiked the
spiked
ball
him,
on
that
his dumb ass. It's like, oh, this nigga mad.
that sums up the frustration with this team. They should be better. They're just not playing it. They're not getting anything.
And
They look so
and
much
they're
better
in
with
cap-
Franz.
yeah,
When Franz is running the team.
and
they
they're in
look
the
so much
second
better.
apron.
Yeah, they're in Cap Hill.
Who the Magic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're so deep in that. Yeah, they're bad. Their cap
they're-
situations are gonna be rough.
picks are gone because of Bane, so they're locked into this team unless they decide to
For like
split
4 years.
Franz or Paolo in the future.
I feel like it.
it's almost as if, bro, like it's really hard. It's really hard to keep competent personnel in small markets.
Yeah,
It's to the point where it almost becomes inevitable that a star is finds his way to a bigger market or out the picture. If you don't have a culture of winning, if you don't have a culture of a building around not just the roster but like the personnel, then yeah, like what we're in year 5 of Paolo.
I was gonna say, man, he's a great player, but I feel like he's not as good as he should be if
No,
you buy into the fact that he's like a superstar, right? Like if that's what you
his,
believe, he should be better than what he is.
his stats look
Right.
good until you look at the efficiency.
Oh yeah,
He's putting up
yeah.
numbers on crazy shots. Like they're even starting to.
His shot diet is weird.
Yeah, when he's driving to the lane like full head of steam, he's good. But the moment he starts settling for mid range jump shots, turnaround fadeaways, ridiculous like threes, that's not his game. So
Might be play inbound. It's pretty early, still early to tell, but the Magic are not living up to the name. There's very little Magic in Orlando as it currently stands, and hopefully they can get some chemistry going, man. Potentially, kind of shake up that that leadership a little bit, and maybe that's the fix. I know that's it's a lot of beef around the league about coaching issues. I'm dealing with some myself, so I hear you. Up next, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Them boys put them
Caesar.
boys back to reality this week.
Yeah.
It looked good. Last week I was kind of high on them, but as I see this week, it's the Sixers. They lost to the Bulls.
You've maintained that from the beginning though. Like you can't get too high on them because at the end of the day, they still the Sixers,
bro. So they lost to the Cavs, man. Like I said earlier, like earlier on, like it's their defense. Like they got all the offense in the world, man, but it's the defense. And then when your anchor, like supposedly your defensive anchor is Joel Embiid, who's be hurt. So, and when he is playing, he's not blocking the shot. So like when you got that type of stuff going on, it's just clogged. It's a lot. It's a lot with the Sixers, man. I'm kind of interested to see like what they're gonna do with Paul George. I've been kind of trying to watch that. Because as the team is now, they're actually a good team. I just think they're missing maybe a few more shooters. Because they got, Maxey, VJ, they going to the cup, but I just feel like that's kind of a lot. Because as I was watching the games last week, you might see, they gonna rotate them in, but you might see VJ and Maxey in there, and it's just Olay. That's how they playing, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of clogged the paint. Like when you go against them good teams like the Cavs, the Bulls, that got like big men, that paint get tight. So it ain't gonna be no more just getting to the cup, laying it up. You gotta actually find some way to shoot. Of course, against like the Nets, teams that don't have really good big men, you might be able to finish at the rim like you want to, but not when you're playing good teams, man. So that's really all I gotta say about the Sixers, man. They just need a couple more pieces.
yeah, it's unfortunate that
right on.
Joel Embiid's knees on tenderism. Like it's
Oh man,
And
Tenderism.
I don't know, man. Him and AD, boy, they
that
tenderism is crazy.
that knee is
they
out of there, bro.
call it.
Damn, that's funny.
Tenderism is insane. Yeah, man. I want to see the Sixers do well too. But yeah, you gotta play on both sides of the ball, especially in the East, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can score. You feel me? Like you're gonna be going up against, some of the best scorers in the league, the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Even the handicapped Celtics. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks. Like, what are you going to do? When, like you said, when there's an actual big man, right? When there's actual size. And the East don't lack size at all.
Nah.
All right, up next we got the Phoenix Suns, man. Surprise, surprise, man. The Phoenix Suns shut my mouth, bro. I talked a lot of shit about what the fuck was going on in Phoenix, bro, for at least a week and a half, And yeah, man, it's all starting to make a little bit more sense, bro. It's all starting to make a little bit more sense. You know, Devin Booker as the hub of the offense, you know, real scrappy and handsy on defense. You got a lot of guys who are really competing for, you know, an NBA career, you know, doing the little things that's required to get minutes, you know, playing defense, grabbing rebounds, you know, hassling ball handlers. And yeah, you know, people who understand and, you know, and can buy into their role, man. I mean, obviously Devin Booker, like I mentioned, is the you know, the hub of that offense. You know, he's close to 30 points per game, you know, having another career year, not having to really share the limelight with, you know, a co-star like KD. Grayson Allen is his second in command, and you know what he does, you know, from behind the 3-point line, as evidenced by the 40 burger he put up against the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, it's hard to maintain. You know, Dylan Brooks is there and he's providing, you know, sort of you know, the same defensive, you know, intensity, the same, you know, in your face, you know, annoyance that, you know, he brings everywhere he goes. And the return of Jalen Green this week was really a surprise. Now, granted, he is hurt again, and I think there's a 4 to 6 week timeline on that injury, which sucks because, like, he literally played 2 games and you know, and he's out again. But yeah, they were doing this thing where him and Devin Booker never shared the court at the same time, and I thought that was really interesting. That, like, essentially they gave the second unit to Jalen Green, and
That's
you
fine.
know, and just let him cook. And like, you know, and bro, I've been advocating for a long time to stop referring to the bench as the bench, bro. Like, there are too many good players in the league to refer to these niggas as bench warmers or as the bench, bro. Like, there's a full, if good teams have full second units. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're tasked to go out there and either maintain the lead or fight in such a way that it keeps you in the game, right? And so, like, when you have a clear leader of a second unit, like, it really shores up your team. It really makes, you know, a team hard to beat when you can't rest as the opposing team, because, you know, the first nigga off the bench is just as deadly as, you know, the 5 niggas starting. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the idea of Jalen Green being the leader of that second unit. Of course, it won't be for another 4 to 6 weeks until we're able to see that again. But in the meantime, man, I mean, the Suns have beaten some formidable teams, bro. They went They went 3-1 this week. They beat the Spurs. They beat they lost to the Warriors, and they smacked the Clippers twice. Now, you know, beating up on a bunch of old cats, like, you know, I get it, like, you know, it's not a fair fight at the same time. You know, we'll talk about it next week, but yeah, they beat the Pelicans by fucking 30, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. They're playing fast, and I think, like, you know, the system is working. They're top 10 in assists, so they're spreading the ball around, and the guys who are out there to complement Devin Booker are doing what they're supposed to, man. I've been a Mark Williams truther for a couple years now as a Hornet. You know what I'm saying? They tried to trade him to the Lakers, and they found out he was a fucking lemon. They didn't pass the physical or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still advocate for Mark Williams, and I think Mark Williams and Nick Richards are a good 1-2 at the 5, right? So the scary part of the Suns, I think, is the depth. Colin Gillespie, right? Like, who was expecting him to, you know, to be a name you'd say more than 3 or 4 times this year. But again, fighting for that spot, being a compliment to Devin Booker, is probably the best situation he could be in. And so, yeah, man, I was a little confused. I was a little, you know, I wasn't bought into what the Suns were doing. But I think I see the light, and I'm fucking with it, man. Like, you know, I think they might sneak up in the West and, you know, and kick some ass in the play-in, and, you know, and yeah, and you know, Devin Booker being given the keys again is, you know, is proven to be the right move.
Well,
Up next, we got Gabe's new favorite team. Talk about
this
it.
is true. This is has become my favorite team to watch, especially because they play those West Coast games, so it gets late and I get to watch those. But man, look, tough week, 1-2. You know, as we're recording this, you know, sitting at 5-4 for the week rather. And you know, they look like a young team. But what I'm gonna tell you right now, man, is uh, I'm gonna rub it in a little bit. We did in fact beat the Thunder. In that game, they were down by 20 after one, and were able to claw their way back into the game. They went on two separate runs to end the third, and then in the fourth as well. So they went on a 13-4 run to end the third, and then a 12-2 run in the fourth to kind of take over the game and win eventually, man. But for me, Danny Agibra is looking like a lock to be an All Star, and bro is also like looking like he could be most improved. He's averaging almost 9 free throws a game, which is, I mean, that was not his game when he was in Washington, and that wasn't his game when he got to Portland initially. I think Drew Holiday's prints are all over this team, just like you said about OKC and Portland playing similar styles. I think that's true. They pressure the ball the entire time. They move it around. They've got everybody scoring the ball, and so big shout out to Splitter for being able to coach this team in the midst of all the controversy. And so this team, they're not going to wow you. They may not end up with 50 wins, but they're coming, and they're going to be a good young team, and they still don't even have Scoop. So it's interesting to see what they're going to look like. But yeah, man, I absolutely love watching the Blazers play.
Very dope, man. Again, the West is the makeup of the entire league is changing, man. Who's on top? Who's in playoff contention? Right? Like we've seen it one way for so long that it's high time that's shaking up. Whether that's due to injury, whether that's due to availability, like it's interesting to see those positions change over the course of the last couple seasons, man. And I think it's good for everybody for the Blazers to be good because they forcing a lot of teams on their toes. I think Anthony Edwards even had a quote earlier this year.
He said that
used to be able to kind of like walk into Portland, what I'm saying, and guarantee a certain something, and that's not the case.
And they got to see Wolves numbers. They give the Wolves trouble every time they play.
Everybody else too, apparently. Up next, got the Sacramento Kings. What's happening?
Man,
Hit the button.
Hit the beam?
No, the
not the beam. On the bright side. On the bright side.
The self-destruct beam?
On the bright side, we're one game out of the play-in. Okay. On the low side, we're on a 2-game losing streak. On the bright side, we got a Russ triple-double in 2025. On the dark side, we don't play any defense at all. I don't know. This team is very hard to watch, which I don't understand because they got a few of my favorite players, like Dennis Schroeder, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, Russ. You got Keon Ellis off the bench. It has all the makings of a good team, but these niggas, I don't know if they got to get together before the games and just say, hey, we're not going to play defense today. But literally every possession, the other team can get whatever they want. Like, I challenge you guys to, watch a game. Watch a Kings game. They're about to play tonight. You're going to see at least 60 possessions where somebody's doing like this. Somebody's blaming somebody else. Somebody just letting somebody bypass them. That's really the main issue. They just don't play defense because they got the firepower on offense. Russ is playing at, Russ levels, not turning the ball over as much, shooting damn near career highs in threes. Him and Dennis Schroeder getting, kind of meshing all right as a duo, like point guard tandem. You got Zach LaVine putting up crazy numbers, but it's just not equaling the win because they don't play defense, bro. The main takeaway is just they don't play defense. It's actually insane how horrible of defense that they play. But one game out the playing, so light the beam.
I mean, you got Sabonis as the defensive anchor, who he doesn't play.
You're never gonna be a good defense.
Zach LaVine isn't a defender at all, and DeMar is old, so his defense is not gonna keep up.
Bro, I go to
only 2 other teams are allowing opposing teams to hang up more points on them. They're 28th in opponent points per game. You go into Sacramento and you getting 124 points.
Bro,
so yeah, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, and I didn't even research that stat. I seen it with my own eyes. It's bro, I go to I love 25 fitness.
Did not pass the vibe check, nigga.
Right, bro. It's actually crazy. I'm like, what is going on? This has to be intentional. You don't just play defense that bad unless you do it on purpose.
Maybe they just don't want to be in Sacramento.
I think it's a casualty of age too, bro. Once you get a certain age, bro, you older niggas stop playing defense, bro. Like, especially if you've been an offensive powerhouse your entire career, bro. Like, think about people who transitioned into a defensive player towards the end of their career. Like, that's not a common thing to do.
I mean,
You know, your foot speed is a little bit slower. You know, you expended so much energy on offense. Like,
I hear everything you're saying, bro, but this is something different.
This is collusion.
They might be getting arrested next in the RICO case, and they trying to make up. Because, like, bro, it's actually because all the age, fatigue, all that, I understand that, especially as a hooper. You know what I'm saying? But even still, I've been at 24 Hour Fitness on the second hour of a run, and dudes have given better effort than what I'm seeing. So I don't know. But
niggas not even moving their feet out there. Niggas not even shuffling out there.
They not, bro. I don't even know, bro. It's kind of disgusting.
Sorry to hear it. We got to get that Russ story from you one of these days, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how he became my favorite player?
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll give it to them. We'll let you heal up. We'll let them put you back in good spirits. Hopefully they put you back in good spirits.
If they win 2 games in a row.
Well, we may not
ever get 2 wins in a row. We'll get Russ Westbrook story time.
It might be a little minute before we hear that story.
It starts tonight.
Oh, y'all play the Nuggets tonight?
It starts tonight.
All right.
We holding the Nuggets under 140, and we're gonna get the win.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't even believe that. That's the medicine talking.
I was about to say, put some. What's the prize pick? What's the prize picks prospect on that, C's? Is that a bet you gonna take, C's?
But I'll watch the game though.
For sure. Hey man, up next we got them San Antonio Spurs, man. Area 51. What's it looking like over there?
So Spurs took their first 2 losses this week, 2 in a row actually to the Suns of all teams. Granted, considering all things you said.
Hey, now.
Right, I heard what you said. So, and then to the Lakers. The Lakers was a 118-116 loss. They did beat the Rockets though, and to me, that was my favorite game of the whole week. That felt like a Western Conference Finals game. That game was intense.
Hold on, brother. You forgetting the team, brother. Don't get too far. Hold on, brother.
I think
even in semi conference finals, even
a mention, he's like,
the semifinals.
No, but to be fair, like, and again, we don't got to get too off topic. But if there is a team that can beat the Thunder, I think it is the OKC. I'm sorry, what did I just say? If there is a team that can beat the Thunder, it's Houston because of the size and their ability to rebound. And we know that that's always been OKC's Achilles heel. So, with that being said, Wemby looked human this week. He looked like he's not an alien. He had 2 kind of subpar games for his standards in a row, and I think it's because people are starting to be a little more physical with him. He's a physical specimen in his own right because he's tall and he's athletic, but he's still not a heavy guy. He may not ever fill out like that, but Castle is looking like he's taking a leap. Castle looks amazing. And like when he jumps, he's like on a trampoline. Like Steph Castle looks like one of the most explosive guards in the league. We'll see what happens. Fox has made his debut, after the fact, right? Last week he was still out, but since then he's made his debut. And so, and the pick and roll chemistry with him and Wemby is still a work in progress. It doesn't look great yet, but they got good problems. Having too many point guards is a good thing, especially in this league. So we'll see if they can keep the momentum, if they can kind of bounce back again. But yeah, solid week for the Spurs. Again, 2-2, so nothing really to go too crazy about. But again, still sitting at 7-2 as of the end of the week that we're covering. So we'll see. But Spurs looking solid as always, man, and I'm sure Wemby will bounce back.
I feel like Wemby slowing down is kind of like when them reports was coming out of Mexico. They found like UFOs or like aliens or whatever.
He was like, "Oh shit!"
You looked at it. It was just like fake little dolls.
Wemby said, "I got to start looking human again. They're gonna be on me."
Right.
But maybe he's just having a down week though.
Hey man, yeah, they are. I mean, niggas is getting frustrated, bro. Niggas is celebrating when he foul out, and niggas is putting hands and bodies on him. Like, I've seen teams throw double teams at him. I've seen, other 7-footers, challenge him in the weight room. You feel me? Like, like he's going to have to learn how to play a different brand of basketball because he is so unstoppable in the way that he plays. But you force him to play your way. You force him to, play a little bit more aggressively, or, you throw two people at him and, force him to make a bad pass. Like, you can start to see, okay, like, yeah, we can get under this dude's skin. We can get him fouled out.
He gets frustrated. You can see it. He gets frustrated.
And that's only fair, bro. Like, granted, he's like 7'6" and can do everything on a basketball court, but these are also professionals he's surrounded by with a lot more experience than,
What Bam say? Bam say, "Oh, niggas be tall, bro. This ain't nothing."
Tall niggas all over the league, bro. Like, so yeah, like, I think the things we've been spoiled by the fact that we've never seen anything like it before, but at the same time, we've underestimated the professional player's ability to adjust to that, you know what I'm saying, and get him out of his rhythm. You know what I mean? Like, it just took a couple weeks. I think he'll continue to be impressive. I think he'll continue to be otherworldly, but at the same time, like, it take 10, 15 games to start to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to handle them top dogs, teams and players. You feel me?
And it's like,
that's why we saw OKC get a loss this week. That's why we saw, Chicago get proven.
Yeah, nobody's going
to.
I'm
saying that's what we see.
Yeah, it's kind of like I know it's a basketball podcast, but like in the NFL, when a rookie quarterback or rookie running back has an amazing first season, but now they got tape on you. It just took a season, and then next season you don't look the same. So yeah, I guess it just took a couple games for everybody to, just pretty much
get that research on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try something different. Let's throw two bodies at them. Let's
I'll give credit to the Suns, because I feel like they were the first team to do that. Like, to crack that code.
They hounded them.
Defensive wise, that was the first game I really seen like people disrupt them, and then since then, I feel like people just been copying and pasting.
Exactly. So yeah, still impressive, regardless. And again, it gives the rest of the Spurs an opportunity to like show out. You know what I'm saying? Like, take those big shots. You know what I'm saying? Get in rhythm. But yeah, no, take nothing away from Wemby and what he's able to do. At the same time, like, it's a league full of professionals, baby. Like, and it's a long season. Up next, we got the Toronto Raptors, man. The Raptors be Raptoring, bro. I don't even really like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting because, they don't feel like that big a threat. They're 5-5 currently. They're top 5 in assists. They spread the ball around. They got a great, diversity as far as scoring goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 or 3 guys averaging 20 points a game. They're winning the games they're supposed to win. But I don't have a whole lot of interest in it, bro. Like, they went 3-1 this week. They beat the Grizzlies, they beat the Bucks, they beat the Hawks, and they lost to the 76ers. And yeah, I just I don't know. Like, am I tripping because am I asleep on something? Like, is it,
they're just Canadian, bro.
Is that what it is, bro?
Yeah.
I think
it's like there's a level of.
I think it's because they don't have like a guy. I think they got a team full of number twos.
They got like 2.5, 3 guys.
They got a team full of guys who would be the second best player on a really, really good team. And so there's no and which I guess can be an advantage, right? Because they're deep, but they don't have anybody on that team that, like, when I watch them, like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Like, it's not wowing me a whole lot. Like I said, Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram are both averaging 20 something a game. You've got Emmanuel Quickly, you've got RJ Barrett averaging 20 a game. Like, there's some solid hoopers on the team. And like I said, they went 4-1 this week, but again, they're middle of the pack. They're 5-5, 9th in the Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? And they're sharing the ball and are playing a decent kind of middle of the pack type of defense. They don't rebound very well at all. I think it's just a consequence of having 3 wings on the floor, 3 to 4 wings on the floor at once. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we can take turns, taking Brandon Ingram type shots and, and potentially, outscoring our opponents or, I don't know, bro. I don't see the vision, and I'm still waiting for it to, I guess at 5-5, it's really hard to tell whether they, to bring up an old segment, contenders or pretenders. You You know what I'm saying? Like it's really hard to kind of see right now because they won the games they were supposed to win. They did beat the Bucks. I don't know if that was with Giannis on the floor or not. But time will tell. And yeah, we really just kind of looking at the middle of the pack right now. Up next, we got the Utah Jazz. What'd you say?
You said a very interesting word in your last take. I forgot what you were talking about. You said diversity. And this is going to segue into next team, I promise. But I'm watching this Jazz game on League Pass, and I didn't realize that there's no black people in Utah.
The Jazz are once again the whitest team in the NBA.
Bro, because, like during the commercial, what would be commercial break, they show like the Jumbotron. And
Yeah.
I ain't even seen no Native Americans, no Mexicans, no Salvadorians. It's literally all. Man, look, I'm like looking.
I went to Utah. I went to Utah a few years ago, and it felt like I was in Get Out. Like it was scary. It was uncomfortable because nobody's gonna say something to you, but it definitely feels like they're like, "Why are you here?"
Straight Mormon.
I never noticed it. But it's like, damn, it's not one minority, anyone.
Anyone else there?
Like, the entire black population in Utah is the basketball team.
Literally, that's what it looks like. All right, yeah. But
I saw a piece of Jazz content where they were asking the rookies, like, what's your favorite thing about Utah so far? And one of the niggas was like, when I get to the facility in the morning, it's not that much traffic. It's like, damn.
That's wow. That's terrible.
It's like, that's the best you got. It ain't nobody there.
My job's home.
Yeah, if y'all ever watch a League Pass game and see someone that's not white, let me know. But all right, the Jazz, my bad.
No, totally understood, brother. Like, yeah, that's the last bastion of Dr. Naismith's basketball vision. None of that high flying, jumping through hoops, knickerbocker ball over here.
That's crazy.
We play basketball the right way. You feel me? So yeah, no. Utah competes with Boston for the widest fan base, and I think in all sports, honestly.
Yeah, but speaking of,
I mean, Ella May is black, and she in the crowd. So,
who's she there for?
Jason Tatum. And then
she's company.
I don't even see nobody like in the family section. All right, my bad.
They let a nigga in their house.
All right.
they let a couple mixed niggas through
the door. All right, bro. My bad,
it's
John.
all good.
Let's talk about the actual team. What the Utah Jazz look like
that's
this
the
week?
Most I would have to say on the Jazz this week.
That's the most interesting part of the team.
Yeah. I will say they had a fun game against the Celtics while we were reporting our podcast last week. Yeah, we had a Nurkic game winner in the Big 2025.
Oh damn!
When I tell you,
that was crazy.
The last 50 seconds of this game was pure comedy, bro. Bodies hitting the floor, people slipping. Lowry got an alley-oop layup. They come back. It was a mess. And the Nurkic game winner was somebody fell. Keontae George went for a layup, missed the bunny. Ball gets swatted out. Nurkic catches the ball, just throws it up. Game. Wild. Yeah,
only in Utah.
Wild game. The game was close the entire 5 minutes, but after that, they got absolutely stomped in their next two games. Like they lost by 23 to the Hornets, and they lost by 40 to the Timberwolves.
That's rough. You know what I will say though, like Keontae George, their point guard looks like a completely different player.
Yeah, he's
passing the ball. He's able to defend now. He's no longer a liability on defense, and so I think that they found their franchise point guard. And unfortunately, Walker Kessler, I think he tore his his
up his shoulder.
His labrum or something like that. He's out for the whole season. So Detroit, go get Lowry.
Yeah, free Lowry.
Yeah, man, another superstar factory. You know, if you shopping for a good player, I think Utah's a good place to start.
When we mentioned the AJ DeBonsta video, this is the team. This is the team. Every week, that's the summary for the week. It's just that video.
Hell
Going
yeah.
right into
And last but not least, or last and least, I can't even say not least. Definitely the least in standings and production. Golly, man, it's crazy how many teams like sits like really at the bottom, bro. Like, you know, it's like the removal, the destruction of the middle class, right? Like,
Damn, that hurts.
it's like, you know, you got the Raptors, they're 5-5, they're hard to watch, like nobody really cares. It's like you're either incredible and you're putting up amazing fucking highlights, or you're the worst basketball you've seen on a professional
that's the
level.
crazy.
What do you have to say about the Wizards to close us out, Aaron?
CJ McCollum needs to be. He's playing for his freedom papers right now.
Like it's
You said, what did you say?
He's playing for his freedom papers. He's auditioning to get cut, go to a championship team. Because man, he's dropping stats,
God.
but he, like Rodney,
he will pay for his crimes,
Rodney,
bro.
you definitely deserve compensation for watching him play in the Pelicans the past few years. Because man, it could be a close game, and CJ's putting up the most BS shots. Like he might be in the FBI case for he's actively throwing games in like it's.
It makes you ask yourself, do I really love this game that much? Am I really willing to put myself through this
The
week
messed up
after
part
week
is, bro,
just to
Wow.
be able to talk about
The
the
Wizards
fucking
That
have
might be
fun.
the clip of the week right there.
they got a fun young core. Just sit CJ and Chris until they can get bought out. Like
Yeah.
let the young point guards run the show because you're tanking. You're losing this season. Might as well let the youngins play. Get their feet wet. Get some experience. Because if I gotta watch CJ clutch time anymore rest of the season, just wrap it up. Because he's overshadowing
this nigga here.
Alex Sars. He's having a good year.
He is having a great year.
He's taking a good leap, but he's stuck in the Wizards, so nobody's really gonna care. See, he got shit when he was getting drafted.
But at least they have a direction though, because during those
Yeah.
Bradley Beal years, like towards the end, it was like, are we trying to win or are you trying to tank? Because they're like just stuck in the middle. So at least they have some sort of a direction, and they do got something with Alex Sarr and Kutrabali is. I think the jury's still out on him on what
he's
he's
in
going to
the
end up being,
lineup.
but they do got something with George too, though. That's his name, right? Keyshawn George.
Yeah, Keyshawn.
You know,
George.
Yep.
between him and Star, they definitely got a little 1-2 punch there. So they definitely they have a brighter future than a couple of the other teams we talked about. So
Yeah.
No,
Once they
for sure. I'm having a hard time debating in my mind who's like number one, like neurodivergent hoops. Fucking Scotty Barnes or CJ McCollum, because CJ
You know,
hoop like he got a third chromosome.
Miles Turner is a close second. He played with Legos, so
Damn.
yeah.
Damn.
it's
It's hard to watch
ain't no wrong with
CJ play
Legos.
basketball, especially on a bad team.
It's
Especially on a bad
mind-boggling
team.
how frustrating it can be. Like the other day he dropped
Not as mind-boggling as Kings defense. Sorry, my bad.
have the
ahead.
Wizards and Kings played this year, because that's gonna be.
Oh my
I
god!
can't.
You might get a 50 ball with McCollum, but they still lose the game.
Yo, a league pass classic, my nigga.
Game of the week right there.
Like this game can be broadcast
Kings
nowhere
and
else,
Bro,
but where you can see a fucking Chihuahua halftime show.
the halftime show gonna have to be like the Matador with the Bulls saying "Olay," because the Kings just let niggas go
Come on,
by,
man.
bro. My bad.
All right, so just play a little quick thought exercise here. All right, so who makes the playoffs? Okay, who makes the playoffs first? The Jazz or the Wizards?
The Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz.
Okay.
There's hope. There's
Wi-
hope. There's some
Wizards
hope
or
in Utah.
Kings?
Wizards,
Kings.
Kings.
Okay, Wizards or Charlotte?
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
But
Wizards or
For
Brooklyn?
sure.
Brooklyn.
dang,
Wizards.
Neither.
Wizards.
Neither probably not. You right. Y'all go with that too. I'll
'Cause-
definitely go with that.
Because both the
This
Nets
is-
and
this
Wizards
is
are
a-
both kind of in their first year of their rebuild. Well, Wizards are in
I
their
feel like I know where you're
second.
going to.
Yeah, it's. I can't see either team.
I'm going Nets over Wizards, bro.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
Wizards and
tough.
Mavs.
Oh man, at that. Oh man.
That was the only
Come on.
close game this week. Is against the Mavs. That was the only competitive game, and they were up 8 with a couple minutes left and blew that because of CJ.
What are we doing? What are we fucking doing?
I know they're.
Hey man, this has been War in the Paint, man. Week 3, man. We appreciate everybody tapping in with us, man. A great episode. Once again, we got another classic in the books. We're 3 weeks into the NBA season, man, and yeah, the drama, the excitement, the intensity is bubbling. You know, the great teams are great. The bad teams are fucking disgusting. And yeah, we're just gonna continue to follow the weeks, game to game, team to team. At some point, we'll revisit our individual records up against each other. I'm still trying to get ChatGPT to figure out how to calculate those. But yeah, man, this has been another classic episode of War in the Paint, man. I appreciate everybody joining us. I appreciate my co-host for continuing to show up and show out, man. You know, despite
Playing through injuries.
all the world's ills. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Dave on the DNP list, and he still came through, dropped some bars on us, gave us some pre-show material. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we're gonna cut this up into another classic.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate y'all, gang, man. Y'all have a awesome Tuesday night. Get some of these good league pass games in, and we'll catch y'all in a week.
All right,
Peace.
easy.
Peace.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.